background. So looks like Doctor Who 60th anniversary, this special just finished playing on Disney Plus. And after watching the last episode, and I'm here thinking like, whoa, what just happened? Of course, in this episode, they do introduce audience to the next Doctor Who, although this time around looks like they are changing to their storyline, where usually end of I guess Doctor Who run, they normally Doctor Who he regenerate into new person, whoever who will be playing, but looks like this time around they are splitting him into two Doctor Who, which to that I was like, whoa, this is I did not see this coming, but looks like from the audience this episode did get backlash. Some people are like, what they're doing with their storyline. Same time, although I am not familiar with all the Doctor Who mythology, like how it works or anything like that. I've only seen all the Doctor Who with the David Tennant, but the basic idea about Doctor Who, like end of it, I guess he regenerate into the next person, which is I think is quite interesting. But after watching this episode, I'm here thinking, because there is all these headlines going around that this is the first black actor will be playing this role, which is I guess a huge deal. And here it was, they are splitting this Doctor Who into two, and David Tennant looks like he is still Doctor Who. This also meant to me that they don't believe in the new Doctor Who, that he will like bring the rating up, because end of the day, although they try to do all this representation and everything, they try to reach a new audience, which is I get that it is quite I guess exciting to reach a new audience by casting all these people, but unfortunately people you are trying to reach, I don't know if they are your target audience for this show. That's what I'm saying based on the rating, because episode 1 got quite high rating from the audience, then episode 2 rating is dropping. Well, I don't have the number how much people watched the third episode, because it is on Disney Plus, so I imagine it did okay. Then again, I don't know. I have to see the rating. That means, of course, they are keeping David Tennant around because he's the most popular Doctor Who. Like if you know his with his all the episode were huge hit back then. And although they are saying that they are the first black actor, even he doesn't get to shine in the role because they are splitting him in half, because Hollywood, that's how they do things. Although they say they are doing all this representation, but they don't actually believe in it. That is why they are always doing this half-baked representation, that they're always also failing with the minorities. That means, of course, the show, it's really funny. When I saw this article is going around that the casting director for this show, because they did a lot of, I guess, race swapping stuff in this series. They try to do all this woke thing, because at the end of the day, anything they're making this day, first thing is the wokeness, then the story, then everything else. Of course, if you have seen episode 1, I couldn't believe it, the way it was done. Then you see episode 2, then you are like, whoa, you can't believe it either. Yeah. Although I personally, I thought episode 3, it was actually good. I enjoyed it actually. I thought episode 1 was okay. 2 was I didn't like as much as other people. But I thought personally episode 3 was definitely like better than the other 2. That's what I thought. I don't know how audience are feeling about this, but I think this changes it will throw off some people. That means that the casting director, his response for all the backlash he received for this show's casting, I find it quite interesting what he said. Although also I'm personally really shocked, like how is he, sounds like from his thing, like he is really surprised to like get this backlash. He's saying this, I'm like, whoa, what? He said the Doctor Who casting director responds to the criticism of race-swapped Isaac Newton. It said that we are in a time where people villainize minorities, and when I saw he's saying this, and I'm here thinking like these people are really delusional. You think you can race swap Isaac Newton? We all grew up like reading about him. You just race swap. It was so odd for me personally when I was watching it, and I am a brown person. I don't want to see myself. I play Newton Isaac. That ain't right. Although I get it. his point of view. He's saying like this is not a historical show or whatever he's saying, but still it is, when you are watching it as a viewer, it really throw you off. And what is he saying is really true, that yeah, end of the day you do villainize the minorities, but its audience is not the one villainizing them. You are the one, the show creator. They are so delusional. They think by race swapping people will be happy and praise them. Like he's like thinking on this casting choice, and especially the girl, he's not a girl, he's a man. And anyway, he also spoke about the backlash he received for this show. And when I hear his point of view, I'm here thinking these people are really, end of the day, they're just delusional. They think the audience will praise them for their race swapping and doing all this thing. And unfortunately, end of the day, audience, they don't care about who is on screen. They care about the story. Although when you race swap and do all this thing, unfortunately, it does compromise the story you are telling here. I found his response to this is quite, what is he thinking? He's thinking people will be praising him. Although end of the day, I'm going to say this, audience did not villainize minorities. You did by race swapping this character, by putting them in a role they're not supposed to be in. If you just made this actor who played the Isaac Newton, they could have given him in different role. Instead of giving him different role, they gave him this historical figure role, which is so like, what, when you watch it, it's really threw you off, because you are the one making these people like why you are race swapping here. Yeah, it's really sad, but his response is really hilarious. These people are delusional, and that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about his response? If you enjoyed this video, don't watch my other videos on other topics. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.